everyone. So in this series of videos about the digestive system, we're going to be focusing on, in this episode, the food groups. So based on the Canada Food Guide, we actually have 4 key food groups. And they are fruits and vegetables, grain products, milk and alternatives, and meat and alternatives. Now, all of the different groups have different key characteristics. For instance, fruits and vegetables and grains are high in carbohydrates. Milk and meat products are high in protein. Grains are high in dietary fiber and as such. And so what we're going to do is we're going to look through each of the groups and talk about the key macronutrients that we have in those groups and also the key micronutrients that we have in those groups. Now, our old Canadian Food Guide basically shows our 4 groups and the food grouping that we would need in each. And our new one, I mean, it's very similar in the sense that we have, if you look at the majority of our food guide, most of our fruits and most of our serving sizes needs to come from fruits and vegetables, which was the same characteristic that was asked in the old food guide. Same thing in the new food guide, saying that the foods that you have with protein are those that are high in protein, low in fat. Same thing in the old food guide. And the same thing when they're talking about the grain products, about high grain products that are high in grain material, but not high in sugar. So our whole wheat grains or quinoa and as such, which we can easily see in this example right here. So whether we're looking at the food guide that's in our textbook, which is based on the older food guide, or if we're talking about the new food guide, they're pretty much the same. High serving size in your fruits and vegetables, low serving size in your meat and alternatives and milk and alternatives. So our first group, fruits and vegetables. The main macronutrient that we can see in fruits and vegetables is carbohydrates. It's also really, really important in dietary fiber. Now, dietary fiber is one of those things that your body doesn't process, but it's actually really important in the digestive system because it basically helps your intestines have the food go through your small and large intestines. So fiber is really, really important. Now, if we're looking at our micronutrients, high in potassium, high in vitamin A, and high in vitamin C. And those are all really important in different aspects of the body, particularly vitamin A, vitamin C for the production of necessary hormones, for helping your immune system fight particular infections. Potassium, key in lots of biochemical reactions in your body. And the majority of your food should come from this group. So an average between 7 to 10 servings. Now the next category of food that we have is our grain products. Now our grain products are high in not only carbohydrates, but also high in protein. So like our fruits and vegetables, some of the other micronutrients that we get, again, we have dietary fiber, which is good. And then if we're looking at some of our other macronutrients, we have vitamin B12, iron, and magnesium. Vitamin B12, it's important in the production of DNA. So when you're having cell replication, you need vitamin B12 to help with that. Iron and magnesium are key in enzyme function and energy production. And for your grain products, it's more of a moderate amount of food should come from this, so 6 to 7 serving sizes. Now our last 2 groups is the groups that we have less serving sizes for, so our milk and alternatives and our meat and alternatives. So milk and alternatives, the key food macronutrients we have here is obviously protein, and this is where we actually have fat. So, and in the video that we go into detail about the different macro and micronutrients, we kind of know why fat is important, but not all fat is treated the same. If we're looking at our micronutrients here, we have calcium, which is key in bone production. So in the production of teeth, in the production of bones, calcium is the micronutrient that we need there. Vitamin D also helps keeps our body healthy, particularly bones and teeth. They work together. Magnesium and zinc, important metals for biochemical functions. Here, small amount of food should come from this group. So we're looking at 2 to 4 servings here, not a lot of servings, but enough to get all of your nutrients. And then our last group is our meat and alternatives. And just like our milk and alternatives, the main macronutrients here was protein and fat. Same thing here. Our key macronutrients is, again, protein and fat. Micronutrients, similar as in the milk and alternatives, we have iron, we have zinc, and we also have vitamin B, which is, again, super important for growth development and for fighting infections. So yay for your immune system. Hope this was helpful, and continue on looking at our next series of videos in our scope of the digestive system. Have a great day.